Uh, good afternoon, everybody. So lunchtime slot, so I know you're all hungry. I've also been told I only have 10 minutes, and I'm going to get eyeballed halfway through just to say hurry up. Just as a very quick introduction, I'm only going to spend about 30 seconds on who Invisible Systems are, because I want to give a very real practical example on a no regrets approach to net zero. And this is a very practical example taken down to a granular level. So just a little, very quickly, we are an Internet of Things company. What we do is we build devices that collect data, and that data gives you the insights to make the decisions you need. So whether that's compliance in terms of carbon reporting, whether it's energy reduction, whether it's just monitoring production within meeting rooms. This is everything we do. We're on stand F48. We've got a couple of people there. Please do stop by and we'll give you further insights into what we actually do. As a business, we've been around for circa 20 years, so we're at the 20-year anniversary. Our customer base, we range from everything with National Grid, who we've been working with for the last 17 years, Greggs the Bakers in protecting sausage rolls, 30 NHS trusts, COVID compliance, right through to Liberty Rail and housing associations. So we've got a fairly comprehensive, different customer base. The first thing we'll talk about is our biggest driver for our business. Our business has grown 100% over the last 15 months. Our biggest driver for that has been energy costs. And energy costs, reducing energy leads to carbon reduction. As I heard from this morning's introductions and keynotes, very quickly, we are on track at the moment for that 2 degrees to 2.5 degrees before the end of the century. It's only a matter of time before our hands as organizations and businesses are forced into further carbon reporting. So it's important that everyone starts to act now, whatever size your business is. And what I want to do is give an example of a lot of the decisions in terms of energy reduction are actually made through finance decisions. So rather than pitching on the carbon reduction and the carbon emissions, I'm going to talk about how we can actually save money and what that actually means from a carbon reduction. So first of all, let's understand data collection. Here you'll see some of our devices which have gone into the BBC sites right across the UK. So this device here is actually collecting temperature, humidity, CO2, air quality, pressure, light. And this data gives us the insights for that building. It gives us the insights of the energy usage we actually have. And how we actually work, we have multiple different devices, all IoT and sensor devices. Non-intrusive, battery operated, it's simply attached to a wall and away we go. We start collecting data. That data is shared to a gateway. Gateway remotely connects to the platform, and from that platform we give you alarms, notifications, insights. We do data reporting, compliance reporting. We have exports APIs, MQTT, CSV files. We can integrate with multiple different systems, and a lot of it is around giving you the insights you actually need. So let me touch a little bit more on that side of things. This is our Invisible Systems office. We do, as the phrase goes, eat our own dog food. We do our monitoring. We also look at how we monitor and where we monitor. Now, what you'll see here is a number of devices placed around our office. We're a Manchester-based business. Everything from just in the kitchen area, we're monitoring the water pipes for Legionella compliance. All automatic, no interference, and we get alerts and notifications if we're non-compliant. Through to energy usage. So here I'm monitoring the circuit boards. So everything I'm monitoring from lighting, heating, through to HVAC systems, through to our laboratory in the middle there. And this all feeds through to various different data reporting. But let me make it a little bit more real and a little bit more tangible in what you can actually do with this. This room here, you'll see, this is our boardroom. It's one meeting room. And here we have a little device which monitors temperature, humidity, and carbon dioxide. Here, if I took this is a real-time reading from January this year. And this is measuring just carbon dioxide. And what you'll see on here is the frequency of the meeting usage. So this is actually determining presence. So I know when this meeting room is being used because I can see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a very clear pattern on that meeting room being used. Now, if I overlay that bit of data with temperature, what I can see is when the heating's being used against when the when the room is being used. And what I can see is very, very clearly is I can see the energy efficiency dropping down as the heating switched off when nobody's in that room. Now, what I can also see is in this weekend period, we've left the heating on. And this is the insight where we measure stuff, we can start to reduce it. Now, I can tell you, when I look at that data and I break that down, that bit in this middle here, this little piece here, that one weekend as a business cost me £24 for that one weekend for one meeting room. It was 26 kilograms of carbon emissions to generate the energy to actually heat that meeting room. Now, when I start to look at that and I start to extrapolate that over a course of a year and 18-month period, that was costing my business £400. And we live and breathe this. And we are making those simple mistakes. And as soon as we monitor it, we can reduce it. If we extrapolate that out and we start to look at over the course of time, within companies like BBC, Royal Mail, multi-sites, thousands of sites, redundant meeting rooms, temperatures on, heating's on, not being used, we save tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of pounds each year in energy reduction. Our biggest driver of our business today has been that 100% increase in electricity costs plus, and that's been our biggest driver where we're delivering returns for people within the first 2 to 3 months. And our biggest return isn't the automation, it's understanding the actual data and seeing very quickly those changes in human behaviors. So we can give lots of examples that we've worked with over the last 20 years in terms of carbon reduction, energy savings, and saving money. How we work with most customers is it typically involves a base case scenario. It usually establishes the business case within an 8 to 12 week period. And very, very quickly, from as low as £90 a year for that one meeting room, I'm already saving £400 to £500. More than that, if we look across the wider applications of what we do, temperature, humidity, environmental is only one aspect. We look at monitoring HVAC systems, airflow ducts, environmental monitoring, electricity usage by circuits, whether that be a machine circuit usage, heating usage circuit. We do machine efficiency, so asset monitoring of vibration as an example. All big energy users, big tickets. We do A/B testing. A big question at the moment is if I replaced one type of pump for a heat pump. We do A/B testings on terms of monetary values and the returns on that, and also the carbon efficiencies. So again, this is what we do as Invisible Systems. It is a no regrets policy. It's a no regrets approach. When someone installs this, it quickly rolls out. It rolls out to massive scale, and we've got dozens of examples of who we've worked with over the last dozens of years. What I would encourage most businesses to do is start small. Everyone looks for this big solution across an organization where simply one simple case study on a small scale can quickly expedite into something across a group. And this is something we see all the time. If you measure it, you will reduce it. If I look at personal experience, I see my electricity bills, I'm going to try and reduce it by turning the thermostat down. It's exactly the same principles in this application. And everything we do is very non-intrusive and easy. There's no big wired solution. There's no big network connections. It's simply, I'm going to say, a plug and play solution to get those insights very, very quickly. So this is why we look at it a no regrets approach, because most businesses we work with who conduct that pilot roll out within a matter of months. Again, we're on stand F48. Do stop by. We've got dozens of examples and case studies we can actually talk you through. I think my time is coming to a close. I think we've got a few minutes for questions and answers. So we'll open it up, sir.
Yep, open for questions. Does anyone have a question? I'll bring the mic over.
Thank you. Hi, thank you for that. We lease all of our office spaces. In that sort of circumstance, have you ever had any pushback from landlords when installing this, or do you have to work with landlords to install it, or is it just completely separate?
None at all. Often it's welcomed, even in our own building with a leased floor space. We're starting to look at how we monitor lifts for the landlord to increase, because that's our biggest energy usage. So we actually find it extends across landlord groups rather than any objections. Where they do sometimes question is, does that mean you're going to question our billing for electricity and everything else? So, yeah.
But does that mean you can take it with you if you move offices? Can you just unplug it and take it with you?
Well, this device typically is just Velcro to the wall. We can hard screw it, but we actually like to Velcro the walls because then it's non-intrusive again. So the answer is yes.
Any other questions from anyone? No?
Okay. Well, we're on
Thank you.
stand F48. I think it's only about 30 meters that way. You'll soon find us, so please do stop by. Okay. Thank you very much.